Hey guys, Zach here. I know it's called football, joining you after yet another defeat to Manchester City. That's 11 in a row now that Manchester City have beaten Arsenal in the league, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. I've probably said that before, but when you look at the table, just a couple weeks ago, 8 points ahead of City, and now level on points, obviously behind on goal difference. And yes, there's a game in hand. I'll get to that later. There seems to be, Arsenal fans on Twitter thinking the apocalypse has come. We still have a chance to go above them, no matter what happens for the rest of the season. It's always down to Arsenal, and unfortunately, in the past couple years, I think when that has come down to when it's come down to it being up to Arsenal, we seem to have sort of bottled it, as they say. Again, going back to the defeat, goals coming from two goals coming from two mistakes from two Arsenal defenders. One more blatant than the other. You could say the back pass from Tomiyasu, just basically unaware, and yes, he underhit the pass, but I think there you just have to get it out. There's there's no risk kicking the ball out of bounds like that, and unfortunately he went with the wrong decision. I thought overall he was good. I thought he had a good game defensively. Tomiyasu not really getting forward as often as Ben White does, but obviously that's why he was put into the side. I wonder if the absence of Thomas Partey had anything to do with that decision. That would be interesting to get an answer to. But again, Gabriel, somewhat of a usual suspect or culprit of mistakes like that, and you could say it's obviously not as blatant of a mistake as the pass from Tomiyasu, but it just seems that the way Arsenal are trying to play so quick and at a high tempo, obviously. Manchester City losing the ball, Gabriel just trying to sneak the ball right back up the field, and the guy who lost it, Bernardo Silva, got the ball right back. Obviously, he should have had about 6-7 yellow cards, Bernardo Silva. But I'm not here to complain about the referee. It was a very good finish from Jack Grealish. A little bit unlucky. The shot hit Tomiyasu on the ankle. Nothing Ramsdale can do. Ramsdale, overall, I think had a good game. Was very, very smart to not give away a penalty when Haaland was in the box. But again, really no chances for him to save any of those goals. And Jorginho, I thought overall had a very good game, cleared a ball off the line as well. And again, the absence of Thomas Partey, so important. But again, like I've said, there are no excuses for this loss. It's all down to Arsenal. It comes down to the two errors that led to a goal. I'm not out here to point fingers at players and to shame and wag my finger at anybody, but Nketiah on another day could have had a hat trick. Such a good opportunity in the first half to nod that header in. A cross that was beamed across the 6-yard box that could have been tapped in. Very difficult, not an easy chance. And again, in the second half, a header that went pretty wide on a Saka cross just in the 80th minute. So yeah, that's that's football when you think about it, and sometimes it just comes down to taking the chance when you get it, because you don't know how many more chances you're going to get. And when you're playing against a team like Manchester City, yes, everybody says this and it's true, you cannot afford to give up opportunities like that, and you sure as hell cannot give a team like that opportunities like we gave them today. Even the mistake from Zinchenko, that led to that very, very good goalkeeping from Ramsdale. Who knows what could have been? It could have been 4 goals, could have been 5 had Jorginho not been on the line to clear that ball away. They hit the post in the first half as well off a deflection, but a goal is a goal. You're not going to see any City fans complaining about getting 3 points fairly or unfairly. Obviously, they have 3 goals in the back of the net. There was no shout of poor refereeing. I see some people maybe arguing that Edison should have been sent off or shown a second yellow. I honestly don't know. It's possible, I suppose, but it's just I have no complaints about the game. I have no complaints about the referee. The penalty Arsenal were given was pretty obvious. You have to say, if a player like that barges into somebody else in the middle of the pitch, it's going to be given as a foul. You can't be doing that in the box and expecting to get away with it. If you make a challenge like that and you're a goalkeeper, well, you better win the ball, because if you don't win the ball, it's a clear and obvious foul, clear and obvious penalty. Saka scored it, right where Edison was pointing, actually. And I have to say, probably him and Odegaard and Jorginho were the best players on the pitch yesterday. Definitely Saka. Martinelli, I think, shades of his former self before this sort of dip in form that he's had. I thought Trossard when he came on was absolutely brilliant as well. Look, it's not the end of the world. There's a lot of people who are freaking out and saying, let's just aim for a top 4. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, these are players who are, as soon as we had a lead at the top with, whatever it was, 8 games played, they wanted the season to end. Just suck it up for a bit. Go out, support the team like the home fans today were doing in the stadium. Absolutely brilliant from the home fans today. The Arsenal fans, right at the whistle, the final whistle, they were singing Arsenal, clapping the players. So there's no excuses from the players to not give us something more on Saturday when it comes around. Early kickoff. I don't know why we've been scheduled for me 7:30 at kickoff. Just thinking about that now, it makes absolutely no sense why we would play the first game. We've just played Wednesday, but I suppose that's how it is for teams in Europe and in the Champions League. So I'm rambling a bit here. The cat is hungry. I'm going to leave you with that. Let me know your thoughts, please, down below or on Twitter. I'm always open to discussion, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Don't lose hope in this. Like I said, we have a game in hand. There's plenty of chances to go ahead. There was always going to be a point where Arsenal dropped points. You can't just win every single game. You're not talking about an invincible team here. You're talking about a very, very good team coming into their own. Have never won, a trophy together as this squad is, and you just have to keep backing them like the fans did today. And again, so special the support from the fans today, and you just hope that Aston Villa, we can go there and show Unai Emery why he's not at this job anymore, why Mikel Arteta is the right man for the job, which of course he is. Nobody is doubting that, I don't think. So yeah, let me stop rambling there. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you when I see you.